Let's discuss about Digbala and its understanding. What exactly is Digbala? As per astrological definition, Digbala is nothing but the strength of planetary directions. Okay, that is their positive relative to the angles of the chart. For example, every planet have certain direction. Okay, every planet have certain direction. If at all that planet is placed in specific to that direction in your birth chart, then it is considered as you are having high Digbala. Okay, if at all your planets are having bad digbala, that means planets are sitting in the non-positive directions in your birth chart. Okay, if at all you have strong digbala for specific planet, that means it is getting the directional strength. It is getting that directional strength. For example, for sun the favorable direction is east, and for Saturn it is west, and whereas for Mercury it is north, and for Mars it is south, and for Jupiter it is northeast, and for Rahu it is southwest, for Moon it is northwest, Venus northeast. All right. So these are the directions basically that denotes the success or failure of specific planetary alignment in your birth chart. Okay. The effects of the planets are determined upon the strong Digbala in your birth chart. Planets with high Digbala will have auspicious effects in the direction of their strength. Okay, planets with bad Digbala will cause losses and difficulties in their direction of the strength or the opposite direction. That's what. So the planets has to be sit in their favorable directions. For example, for Sun, for Sun, the friends are basically Mars, Moon, and Jupiter. Okay, and Mercury becomes neutral. Similar way for Saturn, the friends are basically Venus, Mercury, Rahu, and Jupiter. Okay, so all the directions pertaining to these planets will be favorable for Saturn. So if at all Saturn is placed in your birth chart in the direction of the enemy planet, then it will cause losses and difficulties. That's what it means. So the the Digbala also plays a major role. Digbala is nothing but the strength of direction. It's a directional strength in your birth chart. Okay. I've spoke about Ashtakavarga, I've spoke about Shadbala, and this is Digbala. Don't get confused with these terms, and these are quite technical in nature. It's all about the Vedic calculations that we do to determine the Digbala. For the people who book for the consultation, I'm giving this Digbala chart also as a part of my consultation. All right. So do book for the consultation. Once you book for the consultation, I can able to do the Vedic calculations accordingly and can tell you which planet is stronger, which planet is weaker in your birth chart, which planet is neutral. It's all about Vedic calculations. Vedic mathematics need to be applied to understand the strength of Digbala, understand the strength of the planet. So Digbala is all about strength of planetary directions. All right. Let me repeat again. For Sun it is east. For Saturn it is west. For Mercury it is north. For Mars it is south. And for Jupiter it is northeast. For Rahu it is southwest. For Moon it is northwest. Venus it is northeast. All right. So every planet should be sitting in the favorable direction of their friendly planets. For Sun, the directions are favorable are east, south, northeast. Okay. For Saturn, west, north, northeast, southwest, northeast will be favorable. Okay. Similar way for Mercury, north, northeast. Yeah, north and northeast. That's all. For Mars, it is east, south, northeast. For Rahu, it is southwest, northeast, and west. For Moon, it is northwest, east, south. For Venus, it is northeast, southwest, then north. Okay. So these directions will be favorable for these planets. If at all the planets are sitting in these directions, it is will be giving the highest ranking in terms of Digbala. Otherwise, the ranking will goes down. That means the planet is malefic in nature, and it will be giving some kind of losses and difficulties. If at all strong Digbala in your birth chart for the planet, even though it is sitting in the bad state, it will be giving you the auspicious results. And similar way, if at all Digbala is very low, although the planet is sitting in a proper state, but still it will provide some kind of difficulties. So that is a disclaimer here actually. Okay. So that is the exception actually. So that is what the reason. So half knowledge is dangerous. That's why I keep saying that. So if you cannot take that one principle and you can debate that this is what it will apply for certain planetary alignment, There are so many principles as per Vedic astrology. All the principles in Vedic astrology has to be applied before giving the final prediction. That's why I take a lot of time in terms of providing the prediction. It will not be on just on the same day. I generally take a lot of at least 4 days buffer time I'll be taking to analyze the birth chart and give the prediction. Okay, and also I take very less consultations. It's not like hundreds and thousands of consultations. Very less. Maybe monthly I may take just some 4 or 5 if you believe or not. So that's how it will be. All right. So thank you so much for watching this video, guys. And if at all you are watching this video for the first time, please do subscribe to my YouTube channel and click on the bell icon next to subscribe button. And also, if at all you love this video, click on that like symbol and mention in the comment section what exactly you loved from this video, what exactly you learned from this video, and do mention what is your and where exactly your planets are located in your birth chart. Do mention in the comment section. I'll look into your comments. All right, and stay tuned. Bye for now.